Why customer first? Well, the customer is our why. If we're not centered around the customer, then how would we ever expect them to choose us first, to shop with us more often?
Customer first is really important for us because that's who we're serving, that's who we're in business for. And it's important that we actually show up and solve the problems they actually have.
If we're doing the right things for the customer, it should create value for the business.
The biggest challenge is defining what the problem is for our customers to solve and not being biased about maybe the things that we want to solve ourselves for our business.
Taking the time to see it through the customer's lens. What is it they're actually seeing pain points around? What is it they wish would happen? Then we get to the point of what can we do to better show up for them in that way.
We're a fast-paced business and you know, we're very action-orientated, so slowing down to think about the customer is really counterintuitive.
Customers can change their minds so quickly. They've got access to so much information now. You have to be smart and fast in your response. So being connected to that customer feels even more important.
Design thinking gives us a great set of tools that helps us really help determine the true value. It gives us a chance to test hypotheses that we have and actually test them with our customers. And then a set of tools that helps us around prioritization.
It's really kind of qualifying the work that's involved, the impact it has, and the potential return in terms of just customer satisfaction.
Making something and getting feedback is fundamental to how successful design thinking is, because it's kind of the creation of a prototype means that everyone involved in the process can look at it and provide relevant feedback and information on whether it's going to work.
So you start off with that kind of big brainstorm, everyone just kind of gets out what they need to say, and then you start categorizing and identifying which ones are easily achievable, which ones aren't, and just approaching things from different angles.
You kind of start with, you know, two opposing views potentially, and actually neither of them are right, and you've got to get to, you know, answer C from A and B, and then there's some real magic in that. And so this problem solving helps us do that. It takes us on the journey.
When I walked into the kids' tribe lead role, it felt quite chaotic, and everyone was coming from different parts of the business. Everyone had different thoughts about what the customer wanted. So getting a framework around design thinking was like a bit of a relief almost, because it gave me a place to start rather than a blank piece of paper.
It's enabled me to influence stakeholders, wider groups, squads within tribes to connect on the problem. If we're really clear what the problem is we're solving, we've got a clear narrative, and people understand it, and people understand that it's for the customer. And it can really help break down barriers and ultimately go quicker.
And it's been really interesting to learn actually what avenues customers are responding to and then building on that.
And I think because we've got that test and trial mentality, we haven't put a whole lot of resource into something that we never revisited again. Instead of locking something in for the next 6 months, we're like, no, that didn't work. Okay, let's stop that now and let's carry on these avenues that have worked.
We have a lot more insights and information around what our customers actually value, what they want to see from us, but it allows us to be much more dynamic with that as well, because that's not static. Our customers' needs and wants are changing at such a fast pace.
With applying design thinking principles to the range, we've seen an easier to shop range, and it's showing up in our sales.
So from here, we have a lot of really exciting things that we want to do next. One of the biggest challenges we're taking on as a business is becoming a sustainable living organization. We want to enable sustainable living to be easy and affordable for everyone in New Zealand, no matter what they can afford. And that's a massively audacious goal. We have a lot of really big questions that don't have answers yet, and design thinking as a process to find those answers, because now we understand the problems, is exactly the right way for us to go.
And so our commitment is to go on that journey, to do the discovery, to be curious, to, you know, learn about the technology that's going to help make that a reality.
I'm really excited that, you know, that's our future, and design thinking is going to help us get there.